Everybody is talking about the Conference of Masculine Excellence. And why wouldn't they? It's the premier event in this men's community, and it will usher in a new era of conventional masculinity and self-improvement. Anything and everything that pertains to dominating life as a man in the 20s will be discussed extensively by an all-star cast which has some of the biggest names in this community. Men like Coach Greg Adams, Aaron Clarey, Myron Gaines, and George Bruno, just to name a few. The CME is focused on helping men to become the best versions of themselves in every aspect of life, such as financial literacy, health and fitness, mental strength, image and style, family and legacy, and much, much more. The conference will be held at a world-class venue in fabulous Las Vegas. The posh surroundings and all of the amenities you can imagine will make this event an experience of a lifetime. Included in your ticket is live access to all speeches, the live filming of the six, and the opportunity to converse with the speakers themselves. How cool is that? Breakfast on both mornings is also included, as well as a 5-course meal at the Feast of Champions. The feast will be held on Saturday night and will feature some of the best cuisine in Sin City. VIP ticket holders get all of this, plus exclusive access to the VIP meet and greet in a penthouse suite with all of the speakers. You'll get the opportunity to rub elbows with, pick the brains of, and hang out with some of the most influential men in this community. Even sweeter than that, as a VIP, your room is also included. That's right, purchase a VIP ticket and your luxury hotel room is on us. Now don't fret if you're not a VIP. As a standard attendee, you will also have the opportunity to get your lodging taken care of. Just be one of the first 50 attendees and we've got you covered. Got a friend who wants to come with you? Their ticket is half off. Or maybe your ticket is half off. Either way, bring a friend and you get our buy one get one half off special. Not applicable for VIP tickets or standard tickets with room included. The Conference of Masculine Excellence will feature state-of-the-art technology to keep things running smoothly and efficiently. Attendees will get access to the CME app, which will keep you in the know every step of the way. The app features QR code scanning, which will make check-on upon arrival at the event quick and painless. A map of the venue so you'll know where everything is located, the itinerary, and push notifications that will alert you with updates and instructions throughout the event. The app will also allow you to chat with the other attendees, as well as submit questions to the speakers they will answer at the conclusion of their speeches. The inaugural Conference of Masculine Excellence will serve as a new beginning for this community, and you have the opportunity to be a part of history. If you've ever been on the fence about attending a men's conference, now is the time. You will come out the other side a better man with knowledge you will carry with you for the rest of your life. You owe it to yourself to take advantage of this incredible opportunity to increase your value and change your life forever. So join us in Las Vegas, June 4th through June 6th to be on the ground floor of this transformational conference. Space is limited, so go to masculineexcellence.com to get your ticket today. See you in Vegas.
Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. You guys remember Mortal Kombat? Testing. That's too old for some of y'all. Toasty!
A woman never belongs to you. It's just your turn. You lost your edge, she lost the traction for you. That's how it works. What'd you think she was gonna do? Tell you she cheated? Men cannot afford to get complacent in relationships. Get your fat ass off the couch, start lifting weights and learn game. You're welcome.
And now your man, Donovan Sharpe.
What's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to the 721st edition of TSR Primetime, your nightly dose of toxic masculinity. And as you can see, we already have a production snafu. So let me wait until the music fades out. Oh, wait a minute. That wasn't it. Hang on. I'm a little rusty here, guys. Clearly, let me see. There we go. All right. We're back. We're live. So what's up, guys? It's your man, Donovan Sharpe. And welcome to the 721st edition of TSR Primetime, your nightly dose of toxic masculinity. It is good to have you guys in today. We are only streaming live to YouTube, but I'm going to spend the better part of tomorrow, obviously before the live stream begins. I'm gonna be spending the better part of all day tomorrow getting the multiple platforms set up. Right now, we're only streaming to YouTube tonight. Obviously, it's taken a good long while to get settled in here in the Valley of the Sun. I absolutely love it here. It is already getting hot, but it's a lot better than Philly, I can tell, or Cherry Hill, New Jersey. I guess my information's out there. Cherry Hill, New Jersey. I guess it's a heck of a lot better than that. But Cherry Hill is 5 minutes outside of Philly, but it is what it is. But yeah, man, it sure as hell is. It beats being in the Northeast, and I'm glad I'm here. I've been laying down, dude. I laid down 30 miles. What was it? What's today? Thursday. I laid down 30 miles on my bike Thursday. Yesterday, I laid down 32 miles. So Tuesday and Wednesday combined, I laid down a total of 62 miles on my bike. I absolutely felt that this morning. No amount of testosterone and HGH is going to not beat you down after 2 consecutive 30-plus mile days. But on the flip side, I dominated in the weight room, which was great. Dude, I woke up, I was not feeling my best this morning. I knew it was because of the miles that I'd ridden. I got in the weight room and dominated that weight. So that was a welcome side effect, so to speak. But I laid down a little over 5 miles today. I took it easy today. Tomorrow I'm probably going to lay down I'll probably lay down between 20 and 25 miles. We'll see. But yeah, so obviously doing big things here in Phoenix, getting all set up here. I forgot where I was going before I got sidetracked. Yeah, classic Donovan JB84 says, yep, every once in a while, man. And there aren't a lot of moving parts here, right? Obviously, I'm not at the command center, out in Philly, but I'm here. I mean, I've got, 2 screens and 1 camera. Back home, I've got, 7 screens and 6 cameras, 6 or 7 cameras. And somehow I'm able to make all of that work seamlessly with one another. But when you're away for a little while, at least from the live streaming, you do get a little rusty. You get some snafus, get some production snafus here and there. So we are good. We are good to go. But yes, so tomorrow I'm going to be spending time getting set up to stream live on MGTOW.tv. Obviously, I'll be streaming live on Sharp Stream. I'll be streaming live to Facebook again. I'll be streaming live to Twitch again. I'll be streaming live and hopefully I'll be able to stream live to Instagram. I can do it with my phone. I consider and do it with my phone, but the problem is on my phone, my people on Instagram can't really see all of the effects. All they see is my face. So I found a way. I actually learned on Restream. That's the multi-streaming platform that I use. There is a way. There's a simple app that you can download. You plug it in and you can stream to all of these platforms and include Instagram Live. I'm told that you can stream live to TikTok. I don't know that I'm ever going to do that. I don't know. I've got 24,000 followers on TikTok. That's 24,000 more potential eyeballs. So we'll see. But it is good to be here, guys. It is good to be back. It's taken a while to get settled down here in Phoenix. There's a lot happening right now. We're getting everything set up for the CME. We are finalizing our speaker lists, our speakers. I'm actually going to be able to squeeze in about 2 more speakers. And I've already decided who they are. I needed a style guy. I know who that's going to be. And I needed a crypto guy. I know who that's going to be. So I'm going to reach out to those guys and see if they're interested in speaking at the CME. Tickets go on sale tomorrow, guys. Conference, the Conference of Masculine Excellence is a go. Deb and I are actually going to be flying to Vegas this weekend to get married. Oops, did I say that out loud? No, we're flying out there on Sunday to, we're going to be out there. We're not going out there for the weekend. We're going to fly out there on Sunday. We're going to meet with the staff at the venue, to finalize all of the plans, dot all of our I's, cross all of our T's, make sure things go off absolutely, without a hitch. So we're going to be out there. We're going to be out there doing that. I don't know. We might have a date night or something. We might hit up Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen or something like that. We wanted to do that when we went back in November, but we were too tired after the helicopter ride. More like terrified. The helicopter ride was cool, but I'm going to tell you what, man. Those first 15, 20 minutes were terrifying. Terrifying. Even, listen, Dev is not afraid of heights. Dude, she probably bruised my arm, man. She's like, I'm sorry, I'm holding so. I was like, no, please hold so we can grip on each other if we fall out of this thing. Oh my, it's one of the most amazing experiences I've ever had. But dude, and the pilot was not shy. Doop, right up off the ground. I was like, oh, okay. It just got real. It just got really real. So we're going to be out there, no helicopter rides. We're going to go out there. We're going to spend some time together, go out there, finalize everything. Then we will come back here to the 602 after spending a couple of nights in the 702 and continue to prepare for the CME. The show is going to take a little bit of. We're going to change. I'm going to change directions a little bit with the show. First off, I'm going to be live streaming a lot more. I love to live stream. I love to talk. I love to hear myself talk. A lot of people, Donovan loves to hear himself talk. Yes, I do. This is why I have a podcast where I do most of the talking. But yeah, I'm gonna a little bit of a change in direction. And I actually should have done this a while back. I started to do it and then I went away from it. What I'm going to be doing is the most successful way to build a platform, and that is to talk about current events. No, I'm not going to get into politics. No, I'm not going to get into, the BL. I'm not getting into any of that stuff. But current events, stories, stuff that's trending. There we go. I'm going to talk about the trending topics from an RP perspective. Because I'll be walking around here and I'll be having conversations with myself about something that happened or something that I saw or a news article or something on TV, whatever. And I'll do a 15, 20 minute podcast right there, just walking around doing nothing. I figured, you know what? It's time to put this stuff on the air. Because truth be told, man, there are only so many, there are so many 13 signs not to commit to her, 7 signs you can take her home, how to know she's a banana, all that. Listen, all of that has been done to death. It's in my archive. It's everywhere. And don't get me wrong, that stuff is extremely, extremely valuable. But the RP Bible, it has been written, rewritten, and written again. Even if you're new to this community, you're probably a little bit further along than most people were when they joined the community back in the day. So if you want that kind of stuff, trust me, there are plenty of channels out there that have that kind of stuff. I still have a lot in my catalog for free on YouTube. If you want to go even further, you can sign up patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe. What I'm going to be doing these days is I'm going to be breaking down when the dating shows start back around. I'm going to start breaking down dating shows. Those are going to be an absolute blast. I'm not going to be breaking them down. Obviously, I can't break them down live on the air. I can break them down live on the air. You just can't see or hear anything, right? So that's what's going on. That's what's going on with the show. So guys, listen, if you see anything that is trending, a trending topic that you think has RP connotations, give me a shout, man. TSR at DonovanSharpe.com. TSR at DonovanSharpe.com. I think that'll definitely help us in the YouTube algorithm. Obviously, there are forces clearly working against my YouTube channel right now, but that's all being dealt with. I'm not worried about that stuff. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm gonna be on at 6 o'clock. Oh boy, all right, at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. I'm going to be on with Chris Von Erich. I'm going to be on his channel. Talking about and promoting the Conference of Masculine Excellence, the CME. So be sure to subscribe to his channel, Chris Von Erich. And as soon as I'm done here, I'm gonna. He's already shot me the link. I'll head on over there and I'll do a show with him. So that's what's going on. Any other housekeeping I need to do? I can't really think of just yet. But it is good to have you guys in today. I really miss the hell out of live streaming. I really, really do. So it's good to be back, man. It really, really is. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's go ahead and get started with tonight's topic. It's weird to say tonight at 4:24 in the afternoon on the West Coast, but it is what it is. Now, those of you who follow sports like I do, you guys are very familiar with the term bust, right? Like a bust in the world of sports is defined as a player who had immeasurable talent and potential, but ended up being terrible in the pros. He ended up either flaming out, whatever the case may be, his career, he did not live up to the expectations. On the NFL side, I mean, we can think of guys like Ryan Leaf, considered widely to be the biggest bust in NFL history. Tony Mandrich, considered to be the second biggest bust in NFL history. Jamarcus Russell is up there. Lawrence Phillips, Robert Griffin III. The list goes on and on. Listen, biggest bust in the NFL. If you guys have an opinion, who you guys think the biggest bust in the NFL are, put them in the chat. In the NBA, I don't know. We think of guys like, Kwame Brown, number 1 overall pick for the Washington Wizards. I think that was Michael Jordan's. That was Michael Jordan's bad. Darko Milicic, the number 3 overall pick, I think back in 2003. I think LeBron was the number 1 overall pick. I forget who number 2 was, but Darko was number 3, complete bust. Michael Olowokande, Sam Bowie, who was drafted number 2 overall in the 84 draft, one spot ahead of, guess who? Michael Jordan. Now, for baseball nerds, when we think of big busts, we think of guys like Mark Pryor, Josh Hamilton, Matt Harvey. They were all baseball phenoms when they came into the league, but again, Mark Pryor was really good, but he was riddled with injuries all the time, right? Josh Hamilton had substance abuse and addiction issues all through his career, and Matt Harvey couldn't get out of his own head. Like, he dated Adriana Lima, she broke his heart, and he was never the same. Clearly a man that was not ready for the spotlight. Now, not every draft bust was solely responsible for his failures. Every once in a while, there were factors outside of his control that would eventually lead to their downfalls. Like, you think of guys like DeJuan Wagner, right? Like, he was one of John Calipari's best players. He had to have half of his colon removed because he had severe colitis. Just like that, he was out of the NBA. Now, wide receiver Brandon Marshall, he's another one that kind of comes to mind. He's not really considered to be a bust, but he could have been so much greater if not for his undocumented and undiagnosed mental illness. Only when Marshall was properly diagnosed did he have the mental capacity to be a professional athlete, and by then he was well past his prime. He's doing well for himself now on Fox Sports FS1. And then of course you have guys like Sam Bradford and Greg Oden. Both of those guys are made of peanut brittle, right? Yes, you do have athletes that do overcome sickness and they still become great. Mario Lemieux, John Lester, Lance Armstrong, they all survived cancer to become great. But by and large, unforeseen or uncontrollable circumstances derail a lot of professional athletic careers. However, the guys who have no one to blame but themselves, the guys who were their own worst enemy, for one reason or another, were susceptible to the same things we are as men. These are the very same things that stunted these guys' masculine growth and really kept them from reaching their full potential. All this stuff holds us back as well. So tonight, I'm going to give you guys 7 bad habits that stunt your masculine growth. That is 7 bad habits that stunt your masculine growth. Before I do that, let me see what we have here in the chat. Mark Amani says, Don the Truth Machine. Appreciate that. $5. Appreciate that very much. Gene Lieberman is a new chat member. Appreciate that. JB84 says he remembers Toasty. That was funny. Yeah, the new Mortal Kombat does look good, doesn't it? Dude, that looks crazy. Dude, honestly, man, I might go see that. Yeah, man, dude, that new Mortal Kombat looks crazy. Let's see who else we got in here. Lorenzo Rock nominates Jamarcus Russell. Ice Dragon Kid says it's like a hot chick that turns feminist. Nate Dogg says RG3 and Greg Oden. Oh, my God, Greg Oden, dude. And, dude, I remember when Greg Oden, when he was at Ohio State with Mike Connolly. Those guys were awesome, but, dude, Greg Oden was, and again, I mean, that's not his fault. He's just brittle. Same with Sam Bradford, man. He's torn both ACLs like 3 times. Is he still in the league? Sam Bradford's still in the league? I don't know. Who knows? The guard for the Packers, Lorenzo Rock, says Tony M. Yeah, Tony Mandarich. Yep. Tony Mandarich used to flatten people at Michigan State because he was on heavy steroids. Well, as soon as he got to the league and they started testing for steroids, he literally bottomed out. Charles says Jamarcus Russell, hands down, Leaf is option 1B. Yeah, man, I think Jamarcus Russell, and again, Ryan, it's so funny. Some of the biggest draft busts in all sports are some of the most supremely gifted. Aaron Clary wrote a book called The Curse of the Gifted. And one of the curses of the gifted is that they just don't have the work ethic, man. Dude, Charles Barkley, Shaquille O'Neal. Oh, Shaquille O'Neal won 4 titles, first ballot Hall of Famer, probably one of the greatest centers ever. He probably could have won a lot more if he had work ethic. Why didn't he have why didn't he have the good work ethic that he could have had? Because he was Shaquille O'Neal. He had talent. The guard for wait a minute. Johnny Manziel. Johnny Manziel was a huge bust. But I don't think any of us are surprised that Johnny Manziel was a bust. Right? Like, are we surprised? Are we surprised that Manziel was a bust? I mean, listen, he won the Heisman Trophy. He beat Alabama in Alabama, I think, as a sophomore. Had a great college football season, but he could never really read defenses. He could never, ever read defenses, man. It was always on the run. You get to the NFL, everybody can run. Everybody can run. Black Lemur 2009 with the $500 super chat. Says Jimmy Clausen. Wow. Who remembers Jimmy Clausen? Black Lemur 2009, I greatly appreciate that $500 super chat. I'm going to have to name a piece of equipment after you, like the Fresh and Fit boys, man. Holy moly. Yeah, Jimmy Clausen went to Notre Dame, man, and he was supposed to be like this super starter. And yeah, he ended up not really being that good. He was actually, it's funny because I think the Carolina Panthers, they drafted Jimmy Clausen the year before. Then they drafted I can't remember, but because they drafted Cam Newton, and clearly Cam Newton was clearly the better quarterback was better than Jimmy Clausen. Like we could all see it. We could all absolutely see it. Yeah. C-Dub says he went to UT, Knoxville. Said Jimmy Clausen was never that good. Neither was his brother Casey. Rick Clausen was a good baseball player. I remember Rick Clausen as baseball. I didn't know that Jimmy Clausen. I didn't know that. I didn't know they had family like that. Okay. All right. Well. All right. Good stuff. Yeah, the NFL draft bust, man. Those are some big ones. The Eagles, and I will get to tonight's topic here in a minute. But the Eagles, I've actually wanted to speak on this for a while. I guess now that we're talking about NFL draft busts. So the Eagles have completely crapped the bed. We completely mishandled the Carson Wentz situation. We've completely mishandled it. Carson Wentz is going to win a bunch of games in Indianapolis. He will probably win a Super Bowl. He's going to have to go through Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, but guess what? He's got the team to do it. Love Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is a wonderful story. He is a good kid. He is not Carson Wentz. But Donovan, Carson Wentz gets hurt too much. Yeah, he was also in the playoffs three of the first 4 years he was a starter in Philly. Wentz had one bad year. You want to know why he had a bad year? Because his offensive line sucked. But Donovan, Carson Wentz was a bad teammate. You know what? So is Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is a bad teammate. Nobody wants to talk about it except for Greg Jennings. Greg Jennings on FS1 talks all the time about how Aaron Rodgers wasn't really here for the camaraderie. Aaron Rodgers just showed up to the locker room and said, hey, man, I'm Aaron Rodgers. Get open. Right? Now, granted, being a better locker room guy causes players to play harder for you. There are multiple plays that the Eagles had where Wentz is running for his life. Jason Kelsey, Jason Peters, Holapalabadi Vaitai. I can say that, Holapalabadi Vaitai. Just kind of walking around, watching Wentz run for his life, getting gang tackled by 4 people. Okay? That's fine. But that's not the reason for his bad season. He had a Swiss cheese offensive line. The offensive line was old. The only good offensive lineman there still is Jason Kelsey. That's it. The team completely. So now we're going to go with a quarterback who is shorter than I am, right? Who had a lower completion percentage. Jalen Hurts went 1-3, and we gave him the starting job. The one team he beat, the New Orleans Saints, without Drew Brees, right? But here's the main reason, guys. Here is the main reason. And you guys are not gonna like this, but I'm gonna tell you what's up. The main reason I believe Carson Wentz, I believe he was shipped out of Philly, but I'll put it to you this way. The sports media at large turned on Wentz because he's white. The black sports media turned on Carson Wentz because he was white. Well, wait a minute. Why would they turn on him because he's white? Because he got paid before Dak Prescott got paid. You guys remember that was the who is better, Dak Prescott or Carson Wentz? Dak Prescott, Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz, probably the MVP in 2017, blows out his knee. The Eagles go on to win the Super Bowl. They give that to St. Nick. They put a statue of him out there. Guess what? The Eagles are not the number one seed without Foles. Or I'm sorry, without Wentz. You mean to tell me that if Carson Wentz had stayed healthy, the Eagles would not have won the Super Bowl? You mean to tell me that Foles is better than Wentz, even though Foles has played for 78 teams? Seems the common denominator there is the offensive coordinator, Frank Reich, who happens to be the head coach in Indianapolis, where Carson Wentz now finds himself. Black sports pundit after black sports pundit wanted to push the narrative down our throats. I can't trust guys like Bucky Brooks. I can't trust guys like Marcellus Wiley. I can't even trust guys like Marcus Spears. I love those guys. But anytime they're comparing a black quarterback to a white quarterback, they always take the black quarterback. I don't care about the race of the quarterback. Can he win me football games? Yes or no? No, but it would seem these guys, and a lot of people like them, actually white guys too in the sports media, seem to want to push this narrative. We need to uplift the black quarterback. We don't need to uplift black quarterbacks. They're doing that. They're doing that themselves. Patrick Mahomes is the greatest quarterback on earth. Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson. And by the way, we all know he is not guilty. Like the Houston Texans paid off some girls to say, hey, he doesn't want to play ball. Let's play hardball. We'll make sure he stays. Dude, all of the best quarterbacks in the NFL are black, right? Anyone who actually, and I didn't mean to make this a sports rant, and I'll get back to the podcast in a second. Anyone who can look me in the eye with a straight face and say that Jalen Hurts, almost said Jalen Rose, Jalen Hurts is better than Carson Wentz, you're not being honest. And I understand. Listen, I wanted Deontay Wilder. Listen, check this out. I wanted Deontay Wilder to beat Tyson Fury. But guess what? Wilder lost both fights. He lost both fights. Straight up. Listen, Deontay Wilder, he's got the same skin as I do. Tyson Fury is a fat white guy. We actually like him better now because he's funny and he's got love handles and a crazy beard and he's got the crazy accent. But dude, I love Deontay. Deontay, the one-hitter quitter, right? Greatest right hand probably in boxing history. But I can freely admit he lost both of those fights. But for all of these sports pundits out here to just, time after, and as soon as Wentz came back, the sports media just piled on top of Carson Wentz. That's all they did. So you know what? Howie Roseman finally just said, all right, well, you know what? Let's just ship him on out of here. So now the Eagles are in rebuilding mode. Jalen Hurts is going to get absolutely blown up because he is not Carson Wentz. And the Indianapolis Colts are going to have the season that the Eagles should have had a year from now. We're about to learn a valuable lesson. Thankfully, this draft is quarterback rich. Unfortunately, we traded out of the sixth spot. We could have gotten Justin Fields, man, right? We could have gotten, what's his name, Zach Taylor. Nope. We want to hitch our wagon. We want to hitch our wagon to a quarterback who got beat out by Tua Tagovailoa, who's probably not going to be in Miami the next 2 years. Yeah, Lorenzo Rock says the year the Eagles won reminded me of the Giants won. Yeah, right. Super Bowl 25. A lot of people don't realize Super Bowl 25, the Whitney Houston Super Bowl. Jeff Hostetler was the quarterback of the New York Giants. They went in and beat the heavily favored Jim Kelly. Dude, Jim Kelly, Thurman Thomas, Andre Rison, James Lofton. Dude, that team was loaded. On defense, dude, Bruce Smith, Darryl Talley, Mark Kelso. That team was loaded. The Giants went right into Tampa Stadium and beat the Bills. Beat the Bills. They didn't name Jeff Hostetler the quarterback after that, did they? Nope. What did we do? We went and erected a statue of St. Nick. Listen, Nick Foles is never going to have to buy a drink in this town or in Philly again. But dude, we picked the wrong guy. And now we don't have either one of them. Now we don't have either one of them. So, it is what it is. I'll tell you this, though. If Malcolm Butler plays in Super Bowl 52, we probably don't win that football game. There's food for thought. All right. Enough sports talk, guys. Jimmy Clausen, Chris Winkie. Well, Chris Winkie was older. Chris Winkie was 29 when he got drafted. Remember, he was with Florida State. All that. Okay. All right. Let us get to tonight's topic, the 7 worst habits, the 7 bad habits that stunt a man's growth. Number 1. Yes, we're going old school here with the slideshows. I'm not about, dude. Listen, man. I don't have my command center. You guys are gonna have to work with me. Listen, I'm gonna come up with something. Just guys got to give me some time. Number 1, bad financial decisions and bad financial habits. Now, on a lower level, these are men who spend their money on dumb shit, like say video games. Some guys have a weed bill. Jesus freaking Christ. We'll get to that later. Fast food. And dude, yes, fast food adds up. Those in-app purchases, right? The extended warranty. These are all a waste of money. These are bad financial decisions. Bad financial decisions. Eating out all the time because you're lazy. Smoking cigarettes. Making payments on phones. Guys, why are we making payments on phones? Really? Right? Now, one level up from there, one level up from the ASNs, living above your means, right? Things that stunt your masculine growth is living in apartments that are too expensive. You have an apartment with a tennis court and a sauna and a hot tub and a pool. You don't ever use, let's just be honest. Who uses the gym at their apartment complex? Dude, the fat chick that decides to do a New Year's resolution once a year. Those are the only ones. Nobody, dude, what do they have? A couple of barbells in there? Maybe some rusty weights? That's not really a gym. Here's something else. You drive a car with a high car payment. That's ridiculous. Buying expensive clothes. Living above your means. And guys, listen, I've done this before. When I lived in Vegas, man, I lived above my means constantly until I got it back together a few years in. You have to put in the work and research better options, guys. Friends and family, like, dude, I know people who make great money, 6-figure salaries. They live check to check. Man. Now, what is the definition of living from check to check, you say? Living from check to check means that if your next paycheck were to somehow disappear, then your financial then things would just tank. Your car payment would be late, you get kicked out of your apartment, your light bill is late. Listen, I used to live check to check. Man, most people do live check to check. Believe it or not, there are people who earn into the mid 6 figures. They live check to check. They live above their means. Then you add the video games, the Jordans, and the weeds, and you can't save money. Right? Now, anyone who lives check to check, this just means you can't save money. And a lot of guys would say, well, I don't make enough to save money. No, you live above your means. That's why you can't save money. Listen, buy cars in cash, guys. I can't afford to buy one in cash. That's because you're trying to buy a $20,000 vehicle, man. Save up $3,500, $4,000 and get a comparable vehicle with no car payment. Lower car insurance. You don't believe me? Ask Aaron Clary. Aaron Clary bought the newest car he bought, I think was like $5,000. And he was all excited about it because it's the first time he ever had like automatic windows or something like that. The Black Man's Guide Out of Poverty. You guys need to read that video. Also, Bachelor Pad Economics. Go watch that guy's channel if you want to know how to live below your means. Now, I'm no financial expert, okay? Not even close. But I actually do have a nest egg. You know? I have a nest egg that's going to be available to me in, 3 years. Wow, that got here quickly. Right? Guys, move to a tax-free state that's inexpensive to live. Dude, Florida, Texas, Arizona, Nevada, South Dakota. Aaron Clary's building a house up in South Dakota. Okay, 28 people live in the state, but it's tax-free. Man, Move to these states. Dude, there are tax-free states with beautiful weather. I happen to be in one right now. There's one just north of me. That's Nevada. No state taxes, guys. Everything is less expensive. Now, obviously, I've made these mistakes, and I'll talk about this later. But you guys need to watch the ESPN 30 for 30. It's called Broke. You guys need to watch that. I don't know what the percentages are, but a larger number of former or retired NBA professional athletes, football players, baseball players, dude, a lot more of them end up broke than you would ever imagine. Dude, Antoine Walker famously blew just about every penny of his $108 million he made in the NBA. Andre Rison blew all his money. Mike Tyson blew his money, but he had some help. Don King was stealing it from him. But he was still irresponsible. Dude, Allen Iverson. Few things hold men back from reaching their full potential, stunting their growth, than bad financial decisions and bad financial habits. These are not easy habits to break. But if you want to stop stunting your growth, listen, at some point in time, as I move over to try to, there we go. At some point in time, man, you have to learn to be a better steward of your money. Because if you don't, dude, really, right? Like, dude, 45 years old, still renting an apartment. Come on, man. Now, buying a house is clearly not the, I think we've all lifted the veil on that. Buying a house these days could be a mistake unless, of course, you're looking to plant your flag somewhere. I'm buying a house in Reno because that's where I'm going to retire. That's it for me. That's it for me. Number 2, the second bad habit that stunts the growth of men are having unrealistic expectations or goals. Listen, guys, you want to challenge yourselves. We're men. We want to be able to challenge ourselves. Challenging is one thing, right? But way too many men are just unrealistic. Guys new to this community say, I want to be a billionaire. I want to be at 2% body fat. I want 10 women in my rotation, right? I want to take over the world. I want to be a billionaire. I want to own a private jet. I want a yacht. Guys, quit watching music videos and reality TV. Don't get me wrong, man. Don't get me wrong. It is good. It's good to have goals and aspirations, okay? It keeps us motivated, right? It gives us something to strive for. But chances are probably not going to be a billionaire. Becoming a billionaire takes a lot of time and a lot of luck. Malcolm Gladwell wrote a book called Outliers, one of the best books I've ever read. And in that book, he talks about the element of luck. Bill Gates will freely admit, yeah, you know what? I made some good decisions, but I've been very lucky. Like, the reason I am where I am, it took a little bit of luck. Steve Jobs, the Apple legend, says, yeah, I got a lot of lucky breaks. Bill Joy, the co-founder of Sun Microsystems, always talks about how lucky he's been. Here's this, guys. Here's the formula. Here's the formula for luck. Luck equals opportunity plus preparation. Luck equals opportunity plus preparation. Okay? You might be prepared, but the time might not be right. The opportunity might never be there. It just takes luck, guys. Don't mistake me. Don't mistake me. Challenge yourself, push yourself, but be realistic. Guys, unrealistic goals, they seem daunting, and it's very easy to get discouraged, right? Just like Nate Dogg in the chat says, I'm going to be a millionaire in the next 2 to 5 years. Is that possible? Yes. Is it likely? Probably not. Probably not. Okay? Guys, listen, start an online business, right? Start small and work till it supports you financially. Then start another one, then maybe another one. Then at that point, you have financial and location independence. Make it a goal to lose 20 pounds in the next 2 months, then another 20, then another 20 after that. Then you can start working on body fat. Get down to 20% body fat, get down to 15, then you can get it down to under 10% if you can. Most men look fantastic at 15% body fat. So, I mean, listen, it's nice to say, I want to get under 10% body fat. I mean, if you can, you can. Just understand, at 15, you're still going to look great, right? It takes time, but if you do it in segments, it's not so daunting. As far as girls go, guys, just learn game. Man, dude, I have an ocean of game content. Listen, how to master the game, build a quality one, all that stuff. Talk about stuff for years. Make it a goal to smash one new girl a month. Do that for 2 months. Then one girl every 2 weeks. Then one girl a week, and so on and so forth. Make it a goal to travel more. At first, visit one new country a year, right? Speaking of which, I got to get my passport renewed. I got to get that done. But, dude, learn a martial art. Learn a new language. Break it up. Be realistic and break it up. Again, so it's not so daunting. Now, here's another thing that you're going to have to, this is a harsh reality for most guys who make these outlandish declarations, and eventually they become delusions of grandeur. A lot of you guys ain't got it in you, and you know it, right? But they want to talk and dream about it, knowing they'll never achieve it because they're lazy and they lack discipline. I'll talk more later on that, right? Dude, I remember I used to be in sales. I've sold everything under the sun. And anytime a customer would ask me for the price and not fight me on the price, I knew they didn't have the money. Hey, Mr. Sharpe, or back then, Mr. Hopkins. Shit, it's out there. May as well just put it out there. How much is this mattress? Well, this mattress is $79.99, $8,000. Oh, it's a great price. As if they don't fight back, I know they ain't got the money. I know they don't have the money, man. Not gonna buy it. I'm gonna be a billionaire. No, you're not. Anybody can say anything. But unrealistic or overly ambitious goals does a lot more harm than good and derails your development and holds you back. That stunts your growth. This keeps you from reaching your full potential. All right, let's do a check of the chat here. Check of the chat. Oh, appreciate that, Dev. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. We got a 2-bedroom spot here near downtown Phoenix. One is our room, and then one is like the studio where we both had our desks and everything set up. We're just going to be our command center. And like 12 minutes in, I was like, Dev, go to the fucking room. Sorry. Bless Devin's heart, man. She's almost too good at what she does because I want her to notify me of everything going on. But she just, I was like, you know what? Nope, can't take it. We'll set you up in the room, and we'll just communicate via Slack and text message, and we'll just do it like that. Like I want to bang her at the end of the night. I don't want to not. So absence makes the heart grow fonder. Isn't that right? All right. Oh, the other room door is closed. Probably can't hear me. All right. All right. Let's see here. Nate Dogg says paying bills ahead of time gives you peace of mind. Yeah. Charles says Iverson would be broke if he didn't have the lifetime Reebok deal. Yes, sir. Oh, you remember that. You remember that. Oh, by the way, Bobby Bonilla Day is coming up in 23 short days. Bobby Bonilla Day is the day that they got to pay Bobby Bonilla. The New York Mets have to pay Bobby Bonilla $1 million. They got to pay him $1 million every year. Hashtag switch hitter. Bobby Bonilla. He's one of my favorite players when he's with Pirates. Cali Papa Chunks, $20, says all facts, not to mention the big difference between pay and take home. Both men and women forget to differentiate. Absolutely. Nate Dogg says smart goals. Specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, time specific. I like that. I like that. Cold Steel says, just playing devil's advocate, both Elon Musk and Warren Buffett had unrealistic expectations as children. Yeah, of course they did. Of course they did. Elon Musk and Warren Buffett are what we like to call what class? The statistical anomaly. The statistical anomaly. You got to remember, the exception doesn't make the rule. That's like telling someone marriage sucks. You shouldn't get married, blah, 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 blah. Divorce, EPAR, and all the rest of that. Right? Well, I know 2 couples who have been married for 74 years and they're still hopelessly in love. I'm glad that you do. They are the statistical anomaly. So pointing out the exception does not defeat the argument. Listen, if you want to be I'll tell you what. I'll put it to you this way, Cold Steel. I will say this. Here in 2021, it's a lot easier to become a millionaire than it's ever been in human history. I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that right now. It's a lot easier to become a millionaire these days than it has ever been. Ever. But $1 billion, think about, $1 billion, guys, is 1,000 millions. This is making $1 million 1,000 times. Listen, have all the unrealistic expectations you want. Just understand you got to be realistic about it. The only time you should really you got to start it off like this. I'll put it like this. Start off by saying, listen, man, I want to be a billionaire one day, but I understand that might not be the case. So here's what I'm going to do. I want to focus on being 100,000-aire, right? Because you can't get to $1 billion without getting to 200,000. Well, after you make 100,000, then you go to the 2 comma club. Once you become a millionaire, and I'll tell you this, it's a lot easier to go from being a 1,000-aire to a millionaire than it is to go from a millionaire to a billionaire. Don't get me wrong, it's not easy to go from a 1,000-aire to a millionaire, but dude, going from a millionaire to a billionaire, woo! Then of course, a billionaire to a trillionaire, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. God, $1 trillion. Oh my God. $1 trillion is 1,000 billions. $1 trillion is 1 million millions. That's insane. It's insane. It's insane. Ice Dragon Kid says, I'm building passive income for the time being and living below my means. There you go. That's how you have to do it. Man, Superpower, $5 says, Donovan, I needed tonight's show. Much success on the CME. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Tickets go on sale tomorrow. The buy one, get one half off deal is going to be available then. If you have a buddy you want to bring to the conference, or if you guys want to go halvesies on it, you guys can both save money on the overall ticket price. If you guys want to come together, team up, not applicable on the VIP tickets or the standard ticket with the room. Tennessee is a tax-free state too. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Didn't know that. Good stuff. All right. Okay, let's continue. The third bad trait that stunts male growth, not having a plan, guys. Even more detrimental than having goals that are too lofty is not having a plan. Okay, so you want to be in better shape. You want to save money. Maybe you want to start your own business. Maybe you want to become better with women. Maybe you want to travel. Maybe you want to start a new hobby. Great goals, but if you have no plan, you are far less likely to reach your goals, right? Listen, if you want to get into better shape, dude, choose a workout plan, right? I do strong lifts 5x5. That's my personal favorite. It's always been a go-to of mine. Helps to shred me out. Some people do circuit training. Some people do CrossFit. Pick a diet plan. Keto, carnivore, paleo, eat clean. They all work as long as you stick to them. Myron Gaines preaches this a lot. Adherence. If you want to save money, read books. Do a spreadsheet. Attend webinars on saving money. There's all sorts of free information out there on how to save money. Watch money-saving podcasts. Come up with a plan. Your money isn't going to save itself. You want to start your own business? Do the research, right? Have a financial plan. Learn what the laws are, the permits. If it's an online business, educate yourself. Jason Moreno, I see you in the chat. I was looking for your chat message so we could get up here in Phoenix, so hit me up on IG, man. But you can't just say, I want to start a business and just start making stuff. No. Listen, I didn't start TSR Primetime by just starting to talk. I had a plan. I actually planned it for months before I actually launched it. Now, let's say you want to get better with women. And I'm guilty of this. I'm guilty of this one. You can't just go out and start talking to women at random. No. You have to learn how to talk to women. You have to learn how to escalate. You have to learn how to read body language, IOIs, indicators of interest. Then go to places that are target rich. Do research. Walk around. Go to singles events. Go to social events. Take dance classes. Put yourself in position to be successful with women. Guys, look, setting a goal is one thing, but you must have a plan. You must have a plan. It takes time to accomplish goals, but it takes a plan, guys. Not having a plan will stunt your growth every time. Number 4, and this is where most guys are guilty. Fortunately for me, I have never been guilty of this. And this is having a lack of discipline. This is a big one. A lot of guys, they got a lot of plans, they got a lot of goals, but they're inconsistent, right? They work out for a week, they give up, they start again, they stop again. They do that on and off for 6 months and wonder why they're not getting into better shape. They don't work on their businesses every day. They do research for a few days, then they stop for a month. They develop an idea, they cultivate it, then they stop it, start it again. These are the guys that watch their diet. They watch their diet 1 week, then have a cheat day that turns into a cheat week. 2 weeks later, they started their diet. Guys will talk to 5 girls a day for 2 weeks, then stop because of rejection or attrition. Guys, and I'm here to tell you, man, I speak from personal experience. Most things can absolutely be accomplished by doing just one thing. Just stick with it. That's all you got to do is stick with. Listen, as far as your diet is concerned, okay, so you didn't follow your diet perfectly, but if you're consistent, it will work. Listen, let's say you eat great all 7 days of the week, but on Wednesday night, you kind of messed up and ordered a pizza. That's not going to take you all the way back to square one. Start back up on Thursday again. Just don't eat anything until 3 o'clock the next afternoon and you're good. Right? Okay, so you missed a day or two of lifting because you got sick. Fine, just get back on it. Guys, if you're always working towards starting that online business, it's fine if you take a break, okay? But you have to stick with it. If you consistently talk to girls, you're going to add girls to your roster as a matter of simple probability and mathematics. Here's another ESPN 30 for 30. This one was actually kind of tragic. It's called The Guru of Go. This is the Hank Gather story. Those of you who are men of a certain age, you remember the tragedy of Hank Gathers. I think it was 1991 or 1990. Hank Gathers collapsed on the basketball court and died. He had a heart condition. He had to take beta blockers to help his heart condition. The beta blockers really sapped his his athletic performance. Stopped taking the beta blockers. 2 games later, alley-oop slam dunk from, what is his name? I've got his name in my head. Loyola Marymount. He did the left-handed shot. I forgot what the guy's name was. Alley-oop dunk. Everything looked fine. He dropped to the ground. He was dead. Right there. That was it. That's one of the most tragic things I've ever heard about. That and Len Bias back in '86. Holy God. Anyway, their coach, Paul Westhead, he ran a hurry-up style offense, okay? He said, I don't want more. This is the 24-second shot clock. He said, I want the shot going up in at least in no more than 7 seconds. He says there should be no more than 17. There should be no less than 17 seconds on the shot clock when that shot goes up. Every play was a fast break. Well, the idea was simple. The more shots you take, the more you make. They were up and down the court. Dude, they were scoring 150 points a game. And honestly, they probably would have won the national championship if not for the tragic death of Hank Gathers. The same thing applies to women. The more girls you talk to, the more, again, simple mathematics, guys. Yes, there is a lot of rejection. We're men. This is what we're supposed to do. There's no secret, guys. Just be consistent. As far as discipline, guys, most men have terrible discipline. Terrible discipline. Most men don't have the discipline to get up at 4 a.m. and lift weights, right? Most men do not have the discipline not to eat fast food. Most men do not have the discipline not to make stupid purchases. Most men don't have the discipline to always strike up conversation with a woman that catches his eye. Guys, consistency and discipline is what separates the top 5% from the bottom 95%. I'll say it again. Consistency and discipline. This is what separates the top 5% and the bottom 95. Well, what's his secret? Why is he so successful? Consistency, discipline. You can accomplish anything with consistency and discipline. I remember a while back. This was unbelievable. So Tony Gonzalez, probably the greatest, now the second greatest tight end ever. Gronk is the greatest tight end ever. He's not going to have the numbers that Gonzalez has, but Gronk is the greatest tight end ever. But Tony Gonzalez is top 1 or 2, 1A. He was on with Colin Cowherd. It was, I don't know, maybe a year and a half ago, right? And Colin, they were talking about like the talent disparity in the league. He's like, dude, everybody is talented in the NFL. Everybody, even the guys who are undrafted, there are some guys who are undrafted that have more talent than the guys who are in the league. And Colin's like, well, how could that be? Tony Gonzalez summed it up with 2 words. He said, work ethic. He said, any player in the NFL has the God-given talent to be a Hall of Famer, but most of them don't put in the work. So Cowherd asked, well, how many guys put in the work outside of football to really be exceptional? Gonzalez said 3%. 3%. 1 out of every 100, and Gonzalez was in the league for like 15, 20 years, something like that. 1 out of every 100 NFL players, 97 out of 100 NFL players just did what it took to stay in the league. That's it. That's it. I use Tom Brady as an example all the time. Dude, Tom Brady is not the big dude. He doesn't have the strongest arm. He is clearly not. He's not athletic relative to the people he is playing with and playing around. There is nothing about Tom Brady that is otherwise exceptional, except for his consistency and discipline. He doesn't think of himself as a 7-time Super Bowl champion. Oh, no. He still thinks of himself as that skinny kid out of Michigan who got passed up by every team 6 times. That's why he's trying to win. Dude, he's got 7 Super Bowl rings. He's trying to have one for the other thumb. I don't know. Dude, Tom Brady is the greatest example of a man who absolutely maxed out everything and then some. This dude is not, Tom Brady is not even close to the most talented player in NFL history. Not even close. The dude is my age and he's got 7 Super Bowls. My arm is probably as good as his. Real talk. But Tom Brady, he has consistency and he has discipline. This is why he is still in the league and, well, Ryan Leaf is not. Lack of either or both are the 2 biggest factors that keep men from growing the way they should. It keeps us from reaching our full potential. Number 5, the fifth bad habit that keeps most men, that stunts the growth of most men. Self-destructive habits, guys. We're talking, dude, alcohol abuse, drugs. I'm guilty of all that. I tell a lot of great stories involving cocaine and strippers. It's great fun, okay? But it cost a lot of money, and it held me back big time, guys. For nearly 3.5 years, I did blow every single weekend. Every weekend, guys, from Friday to Sunday. It was booger sugar from sunup till sundown. I'd recover on Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday were all good days. I'd get my 8-ball. I'd get my 8-ball or 2 on Friday night, and it was a magic carpet ride. Then I did it for 5 days in a row. And on day 6, when I picked up my phone to text my dealer, I said, okay, I better stop or I'm going to have a problem. Guys, I'd be a lot better off now than I already am had I never fucked with blow. I'm telling you right now, man. And don't get me wrong, I got a nice little nest egg, but it would be substantially larger if not for all the money I blew on dope. Man, had I not had it in with a bunch of strippers, dude, my nest egg, Jesus Christ, it'd be a jelly bean. Real talk, guys. Like, had I not had it in with like strippers, dude, I probably wouldn't have any money. Strippers are getting freaking, they're getting coke for free all the time. I would just mooch off them. Johnny Manziel struggled with cocaine. You see where he's at now, right? A lot of guys like to smoke weed, right? A lot of guys like to smoke weed. And listen, man, that's fine. That's cool. But you got to understand, that stunts your growth as a man, dude. I smoke for medical reasons. It helps me sleep. Listen, if it helps you sleep, I'll give you a pass on that. If you only smoke it at night to help you to go to sleep, totally cool with that. But if you're a wake and bake guy, I don't want to hear medical reasons. I don't want to hear PT. No, I don't want to hear any of that stuff. No, you want to get high, which is cool. If you want to get high, hey, man, listen, I'm with you. I'm all about feeling good. But weed makes you stupider. It makes you lazy, and it makes you eat. All of those things hold you back, guys. Josh Gordon had a weed problem. Look where he's at now. Guy, alcohol, painkillers, dude, steroids. Some guys abuse steroids out of their mind. Dude, some guys get addicted to steroids. They can never get off of them. Dude, John Jones. Oh, my God. Dude, John Jones is just, honestly, man, dude, I think that John Jones, when I think of the greatest MMA fighters ever, I can never make up my mind between John Jones and Anderson Silva. I just can't do it. I wish they would fight. Dude, one super fight between Jones and Silva, same weight class, same prime, and go at it. I don't know. I honestly do not know who would win. They're talking about John Jones versus Francis Ngannou. And the guy who wants that to happen is Daniel Cormier. We all know why he wants that to happen. Francis Ngannou would destroy John Jones. John Jones is a better fighter than Francis Ngannou, but Francis Ngannou is a fucking Hulk. He's the black, more ripped Brock Lesnar with speed and an uppercut. He's not winning that fight. Anyway, John Jones, dude, he could have been the greatest MMA fighter ever. Couldn't stay out of his own way. Drugs, alcohol, steroids. After he beat Daniel Cormier back on August 29th of 2017, I think. July 29th, 2017. Tested positive for Turinabol. There it was, man. There it was. Dude, unprotected sex. That's a lot of guys. Dude, raw dog for life. Really? Got STDs and kids? Here's some other bad habits, some other abusive habits. Pardon me. Self-destructive tendencies. Overeating, that's self-destructive. Pornography, that is self-destructive. Dude, porn takes time, takes energy. It saps your testosterone, saps your motivation, saps your edge. Gambling, that's a self-destructive tendency. Dude, there's FanDuel and DraftKings. Dude, I knew a lot of guys in Vegas who loved to gamble. Oh my God. Every other week, let me borrow $20. Let me borrow $40. Like, dude, for serious? For serious? John Daly won the 1991 U.S. Open. Gambled all of his money away. Dude, getting into fights, that's a self-destructive habit. Guilty as charged. Dude, I got into so many needless, unnecessary fights, and it just created a lot of unwanted stress and drama and just nonsense in my life. Guys, all of these things stunt your growth. And I'm guilty of all of this stuff. Everything on this list. Let me just go through. Everything on this list I've been guilty of at one time or another. Bad financial decisions, check. Unrealistic expectations, double check. Not having a plan, check. Been guilty of that. Lack of consistency and discipline, that's something I've never struggled with. And I think that's probably the reason why that despite the bad decisions I've made with women and my extensive criminal record, which you don't even have to go online anymore to find. Just go to a certain YouTuber's channel. He's got it all listed right there for you. But despite all of these terrible decisions and bad habits that I used to have, I've never ever struggled with consistency and discipline. That might be why I am where I am. Self-destructive tendencies, triple check. The next bad habit. And yes, I'm guilty. I've been guilty of this too. Man. That stunts a man's growth is investing in low quality women. Well, what are low quality women, Donovan? Single moms, banana gobblers, pole dancers, OnlyFans girls, and so forth. And I'm not just talking about smashing. And I'm not talking about, one night stands or friends with benefits arrangement. Dude, listen, let the good times roll, right? Like Joker says, man, if you want to, actually I can't use that anymore. a certain kind of pizza means, Devin told me that a certain kind of pizza is code for something in another. But listen, if a girl offers up the pea sleeve on a silver platter, hey, partake. Let the good times roll. Got to get your sausage wet. No, I'm talking about investing anything outside of your sausage. Your time, your attention, your emotion, your money, your resources. Dudes always say, I don't do anything but smash these hoes. That's bullshit. They commit. Guys, and listen, I'm guilty. Listen, I've dated strippers. I've fallen in love with sluts. I've had relationships with single mothers, and they all got me literally nowhere. Strippers are only good for two things. Having a hot girl to look at and a hot girl to smash. And getting free drugs. That's about it. If you're into that sort of thing, which is self-destructive. So, strippers are good for sex. And, dude, most of the time, they're really not that good at that because, of course, they are hot and just attracting other kinds of women because, of course, when attractive women see you with attractive women, you are attractive. Banana gobblers, only good for sex on call. Single moms, only good for bedroom fun. So you have to ask yourself this. If a woman you're seeing, if a woman you're investing in, again, this is outside of your sausage, if she is only good for sex, why are we investing more than sex? Investing your most valuable commodities in a woman who does not deserve it always stunts the growth of a man. And we all do it for the bedroom fun, guys. Yeah, okay, we want companionship. But men handle isolation better. It's not, listen, sometimes it's not fun, but I kind of like it. It is better to not be in a relationship than to get cheated on by a stripper or an eggplant enthusiast, guys. Dude, pro athletes they get taken down this path all the time. Sean Kemp, 7 kids, 6 different women. Muhammad Ali, 9 kids by 5 different women. Willis McGahee, 9 kids by 5 different women. Oh, we're going to keep going. Travis Henry, 11 children by 10 different women. Antonio Cromartie, he's the champion. And these are just the kids we know of, right? 12 children by 9 different women. These women, gentlemen, will drain you of your time, your money, and your resources. And you need all 3 to reach your full potential as a man. Investing in low-quality women outside of your sausage with a sausage wrapper on it will stunt your growth, severely stunt your growth. All right. Okay. Let me check the super chats here. Let's see here. So, oh yeah, CrossFit is a cult. I've heard that. I've never talked to anyone who does CrossFit, but yeah. Yeah, man. It's real out here in these streets, man. Like, CrossFit is Bo Kimball. That's who we... Honestly, man, this is the one time I would... Dude, if someone wakes me up in the middle of the night, who was Hank Gather's teammate when he... Bo Kimball. And I fall right back to sleep. For whatever reason, I was just drawing a blank. Just drawing a blank. Bryce Friday says outliers are not generalities. Yep, I agree. Devin says a goal without a plan is just a wish. Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, a Frenchman. Lorenzo Rock says, wasn't that a college game? Yeah, man. That was Loyola. I forgot. Dude, nobody remembers who. Listen, that'd be a good trivia question. What team was Loyola Marymount playing when Hank Gathers dropped dead on the floor? I don't think the team that plays him remembered. Lorenzo Rock says he plays with heart. No, Tom Brady does not play with heart. He plays with consistency and discipline. I guess he does play with heart. He does like to get people's faces. Good stuff. Pierre Fitzberg says video games can be as well. Listen, man, I catch all kinds of heat. From guys who love to play video games. Donovan, video games aren't terrible. Listen, man, I don't know one top 20%er who plays video games more than an hour a day. Dude, what about professional athletes? You mean the good professional athletes? You mean the bottom 97% of professional athletes that do just what it takes to stay in the league? Okay, yeah, those guys probably play video games. You think Tom Brady plays video games? Huh? You know what? The only exception. Now, I will say this. The only future Hall of Famer who probably plays video games 5 hours a day, probably Gronk. Probably Gronk. But again, honestly, he probably doesn't either. Maybe in the offseason. There's nothing wrong with listen, there's nothing wrong with weed. There's nothing wrong with video games. But, I mean, other than for the occasional recreational purpose on both ends, I don't know anybody in the top 20% of men who does either consistently during the day. If you like to play video games for 30 minutes for an hour just to wind down, if you like to toke a little bit to help you sleep, not mad at you. But, dude, if you're waking and baking, if you're turning on the Xbox at 12 o'clock in the afternoon before you get out of bed and taking a piss, do what you do. Just understand you're going to stunt your growth. You're not going to reach that full potential. Jason Moreno says, yep, identify your own. Everyone has them. Once you fix it, one night of partying into 3 weeks and turns into 6 months. Real talk, man. Listen, guys, look, all 7 of these on this list, I have been 1,000% guilty of doing. Jordan Price says, now dude's going to front like they do it all medically. Yeah, well, whatever, you know. Beastly Nerd has a vote for Anderson Silva. I don't know who would win that fight. I really don't. Like, I'm keeping it real. I do not know who would win that fight, man. That's just one that I just couldn't. I can't even imagine one. I can't imagine either one of them losing. Nate Dogg says, John Jones hurts me, man. He blew it all away. Dude. Anytime I see John Jones, I just think to myself, dude, what might have been? I'll tell you what, though. The one thing that John Jones can do, if he can do it, well, shit, man. Honestly, if John Jones beats Francis Ngannou, if that fight ever happens, and he gets popped for steroids, I'm not taking any marks off of that. Like, John Jones is going to need steroids to beat Francis Ngannou. That dude is he's one large muscle. Jesus, dude, I don't know who the hell would step into the ring with that guy. Holy, dude, he is just, oh. Now Devin's in there Googling Francis Ngannou. Flicking the bean. He's French too, Dev. He's got that accent. Take it. That's all right. Take her off my hands for you, would you? Would you take her off my hands for me, would you, Francis? Appreciate that. Geeky Anomaly says instead of sea pizza, you could say cheeseburger. I'll just call it peace leave. Let's call it peace leave. Tricky Trini, Terrell Owens. That's right. How many kids does T.O. have? How many kids? Devin, look that up for me. How many kids does T.O. have? Damn. JB84 says, I think Shouty Low had like 9. Damn. Yep. Travis Henry, 13 kids, 9 women. Man, I'm trying to tell you. Right. Charles says, doesn't Phillip Rivers have 9 kids, but with 1 woman? Right. Phillip Rivers has 9 kids with his wife. Listen, if you want to have 20 kids, cool, do you. Be with 1 woman. 1 woman. Yeah, dude, Phillip Rivers has built he's got 9 kids. He can support dude, he can support his kids, his grandkids. Like, that dude's a gazillionaire. I'm not mad at Phillip Rivers. He shut all his baby batter into one would assume, right? If Phillip, listen, no shade on Phillip Rivers. I know he's a religious guy, but he's still a man, right? You know what I mean? I don't want to put it out there, but if Phillip Rivers has 9 kids with his wife, how many illegitimate children do you think are out there? Just put it out there. I don't know if a woman had a roll in the hay with Phillip Rivers back in the day and her 10-year-old son has a propensity for bolo ties, kind of a dead giveaway. No, love you, Phillip Rivers. Love you. Deb says she is not Googling, which means she is absolutely Googling. She's absolutely Googling. So when I'm smashing her, she's going to be thinking of Francis Ngannou. Oh, Francis. Whoa. That dude is a tank. That dude is a tank. Like, dude, honestly, man, if he hits someone in the real world, he looks like he could kill somebody. Like, dude, he is just, oh my God. Like, when I watch his fights, I'm afraid for the other guy. I actually thought, now that he actually just had a fight with one of his 2 losses. He avenged one of his 2 losses, and I cannot believe I just forgot this dude's name. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Anyway, he knocked that guy out in the second round. And that's because Francis is a much better fighter now. He knows how to grapple, knows how to get out of those takedowns. Dangerous man. The Protector, $5, says, don't forget DMX. 15 kids from a truckload of women. Hopefully he makes a full recovery. Yeah, man. DMX had dude, how is DMX doing? Because I've had an article, dude, we all know he had an overdose. Oh, boy. I'm afraid to Google this, but I guess we have to. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is real bad. Oh, man. Damn, dude. Dude. I think this is the end of DMX, man. I think this is the end, dude. Dude. They said that DMX has not regained any brain function nearly a week after his overdose. Dude, DMX had a fucked up childhood, man. Like his mom abuse. I mean, it was. Damn, no, dude. Every story I'm seeing is no brain activity. Oh no. Oh my God. Dude, I think he's done, man. Oh my God. I cannot. How old is he? Oh, this would suck. Oh my God, he's only 50. Oh my goodness. Dude. I figured he'd come out of it after a couple of days, but that's the first. Damn, man. Like, he for real. Yeah, man, it's not looking good. It is not looking good for DMX. Damn, I honestly thought he was going to be all right. I'm okay. No brain activity. Dude, no brain activity for a week. Damn. Man, that sucks, dude. Geeky Anomaly, $2, said, y'all gonna make me lose my mind. 15 kids. Yeah, right. Big Steve from Texas says, I think BB King had 19. Wow. I'm telling you, man, them niggas back in the day, they used to sling that sausage. Real talk. How many kids you think Wilt Chamberlain has? How many kids you think George Foreman, Joe Louis, right? Man, hey, listen, man. A lot of y'all think that white girls just all of a sudden that white girls are just all of a sudden messing with brothers because of the Kardashians. I got news for you. White girls been smashing niggas long before Kris Kardashian was even born. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. You better believe it. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, man. I'm trying to tell you. The white girls have loved the brothers for a while. They just didn't want to see him get, Man, that sucks, dude. All right. Let us move on. Let us move on to the 7th and final. I gotta make my appointment here with Chris Von Erich here at 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 Pacific. Making an appearance with Chris Von Erich on his channel. Yeah, Jason Moreno says, he was piping down. Wilt used to pipe down the white girls, man. Don't get me started on Wilt. Wilt, I swear to God, Wilt has more kids than most white. Oh my, I'm trying to tell you, man. Wow. Okay, all right, let's get to it. All right. Number 7, which really should have been number 1. The number 1 habit, the number 1 factor, the number 1 thing, the number 1 thing. I don't want to call it a commodity because it's not really worth much. The biggest thing that stunts men's growth. That's right, guys. Chasing peace leave. Shout out to Coach Greg Adams for coming up with that. There are 2 things in this world that make really smart men really dumb. Sports and peace leave. I'm guilty of both. Guys, when I think about the amount of money I spent chasing tail in Las Vegas, I almost get sick to my stomach, man. I almost get sick to my stomach, dude. Remember what I told you guys in episode 319? Huh? Running a harem, sleeping with a lot of girls is a full-time job. I wasn't kidding, guys. Guys, all the clothes I bought, the cologne, the drinks, the dates, the clubs, tipping bouncers at the clubs, bars, strip clubs, dude, all the drugs. Again, my nest egg honestly would probably be 4 times what it is right now, if not for all of that. Dude, I'd be so much better off without even the drugs, right? Don't get me wrong. It was great fun. And if I had it to do again, I would probably do it the same way. Like, real talk. Only because I know that I am where I am now, right? Fortunately for me, okay, so it's cost me a little bit financially, but relative to where things are now, it seems to be a lot less of a factor. 2-3 years ago, I'm like, man, I really could have saved a lot more, but now I'm breathing in a little bit more of a sigh of relief. It was great fun. I will have stories to tell. Dude, honestly, man, the time I spent in Vegas, that's what made me literally what I am now. And even though I made a lot of mistakes and I made a lot of bad decisions and racked up a criminal record and a big time bill with my lawyer, with my attorney, I wouldn't trade it for the world. But a man these days who lives for peace leave has got some growing up to do. And guess what? I had some growing up to do too. Listen, peace leave is great, but when you learn how to get it without much effort, when you learn how to get girls without really too much effort, that's when you realize that you've blown a stupid amount of money chasing something that you didn't really have to chase. PUAs, guys, those aren't alphas, okay? They're blue pill. They know how to get the peace leave, but they don't know what to do afterwards. That's why a lot of these PUAs are in divorce court or heartbroken or suicidal. When there's a slump, you get depressed, right? If you live for peace leave and you haven't had any in a week or so, you really start to get depressed. Guilty as charged. Peace leave's always there, but it's not always consistent. You cannot count on peace leave always being there, guys. Making your life about peace leave is unwise mentally, physically, and financially. Empires have fallen over peace leave. Guys, Samson was brought down by Delilah. David was brought down by Bathsheba. Harvey Weinstein, Matt Lauer, unfortunately, Bill Cosby, Bill O'Reilly, the list goes on and on. NBA trades have happened because of women. There used to be this column on ESPN, the magazine, called Player X, where Player X would just be honest about everything. And more than one player was like, yeah, there have been trades orchestrated because of a woman. Companies have been brought to their knees by the peace leave. Guys, peace leave is wonderful. It really, really is. But so many men have no idea that they are being held back by their consistent pursuit of peace leave, not realizing that if they focused on other things like fitness, agency, traveling, education, learning new skills, entrepreneurship, that peace leave would make itself available automatically. Let's take it to another level. Women hold us back. Women hold us back. See, as men, everything we do, most things we do are for women, whether we want to admit it or not. Dude, We get a nice we get a nice big fancy job. Why do we do that for? We do that for women. Get more opportunities with women. Why do we dress the way we do? Because we want to be well, I don't give a damn what dudes think of me. Or actually, I kind of do now because with networking, right? But this, I guess, this is an immature mindset. When you're in this mindset, dude, you work for women, you dress up for women. The car you drive, dude, you don't buy fancy sports cars to impress other men. Dude, driving by in a Lamborghini, that doesn't impress men. You know what men are thinking? Man, I wonder what his car payment is like. Man, that thing set him back $500,000. I wonder what his net worth is. No, that impresses women. We lift weights to get laid or to stay attractive to our women. I know I do. Listen, I can freely admit, being in shape and lifting weights and doing cardio, that's good for me physically. But if I'm keeping it all the way real, the main reason I do it is so that my chick stays sexually attractive to me. I know she's not going on. I know she's not going to smash a fat ass, and I'm not going to want to smash a fat ass either. This is why. Listen, man, I'm just being real. I don't stay in shape for my health, guys. I really don't. I'm probably going to die at around 55 just because of the abuse I put my body through in the 702. Maybe I can stave that off a little bit by being wiser in my 40s. But, dude, the main reason I ride my bike 25, 30 miles a day until I sweat and puke out here in this Arizona desert heat is to stay attractive to my woman. Now, obviously, I have other motivations. I have an image. I have an image to put forth, right? You're much more credible about the masculine excellence lifestyle when you are living the masculine excellence lifestyle. I get that, right? But I'm not going to sit here and say that the main factor in me staying in shape is so that I can stay sexually attractive to my woman. That's all there is to it, guys. Now, fortunately for us, some of the things that we do are also good for us. Lifting weights, eating well, obviously good. But the main reason we improve ourselves is because we want to be successful with women on some level, guys. One night stands, friends with benefits, long-term relationships, right? I'm in a cohabitating long-term relationship. That's not something I would advise other guys to do, but I have things in place that keeps me safe should either one of us decide to detonate the relationship. No, this doesn't make us betas, right? This doesn't make us look weak. There are a lot of these scabs out here running around, like to pretend that they're strong for checking out, right? No, I'm not talking about MGTOWs. No, dude, I'm totally cool with MGTOWs now, man. MGTOWs are cool with me. And if you're a MGTOW and you're still not cool with me, dude, then you're not a MGTOW. That's a you problem. I have a whole new outlook on MGTOWs. I need to come up with a name for guys who think they're MGTOWs, but they're posers. I think I came up with scabs, scared, crying, angry babies. Scabs like to pretend that they checked out of the dating market, or they like to pretend that they're strong for checking out of the dating market. Well, I had the strength to just say no to Peace Leave. No, you didn't. Peace Leave said no to you, and it's okay. It's okay. Just because you've checked out doesn't mean you don't still want women. We all love women, guys. We all want to be with women. Like, why? I mean, I don't understand why that's such a, oh my God, he's beta. He says he wants women. My nuts tell me that I want women, guys. Just admitting that you want to share sexual intercourse and maybe even companionship with a woman doesn't make you a beta, doesn't make you less alpha. It makes you a man. Unfortunately, the vast majority of women aren't worth anything much outside of sex, so we kind of have to cut off our desire for at least the companionship. And some guys cut themselves off for both. Dude, porn is greater than ever. Dude, I haven't jerked off to porn since I was 37 years old, and it was awesome back then. I can't even imagine what it's like now, man. So, dude, with the advent of pornography, and now we've got, there is a content creator who shall remain nameless, who actually does reviews on masturbation devices. Not something I would do, but you see that but the point is there are options. There are options. Men don't have to interact with women to get off. Okay, it's not as fulfilling, but for guys who really just, I'm staying out of it, hey, that works for them. I'm not mad at them. But we all want to be with women, guys. And the reason for that is because we are biologically hardwired to want a woman's companionship, whether it's for one night, 1 week, 1 year, 1 decade, guys. A lot of guys like to front, dude, as soon as I bust the nut, I just kick her out. No, you don't. You might talk to her for 5 or 10 minutes just to, hey, so How long you in town? Blah, 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 blah. Obviously, there are other reasons for doing that, but the human side in you, okay, all right, I just piped this chick down. She doesn't seem to be terrible. Maybe I'll learn a little bit about her, then I'll kick her out. We don't have to sit here and act like we're just stone cold. No. Guys, no man is impervious to the wiles of a woman unless you have extensive experience with women. And even then, guys, we're still susceptible to it because we're men, we're males. Mother Nature designed females to have a measure of power over men. Not for bad things, but it's biologically necessary. If women didn't have the draw on men like they do, we'd have gone extinct a long time ago. Guys, we are designed to pursue women. Okay? We build for women, guys. We innovate for women. We fight wars to protect our women. Women put their lives on hold for women. A man gets a job offer in another city, but he stays because he doesn't want to leave her. That's a mistake. A man wants to start a business and makes progress, but keeps getting held up because of her shenanigans. A man wants to get into shape, but he spends too much time with his friends with benefits. Or he spends so much time with his friends with benefits, he doesn't spend as much time as he should in the weight room. I'm guilty of that. Guys, I'm here to tell you, women are neither good or bad. We've heard this time and time again. Women are neither good nor bad, guys. Women are neither good nor bad. They just are. I say this a lot. Women are weird. They're wonderful. They're fantastic. And they're fucked up all at the same time, all the time. This is just what you have to deal with, man. Women don't want to be this way. It's just how they are. Yeah, this is what you got to deal with. I love Devin to death, but dude, she gets on my goddamn nerves a lot. She's a woman. She's going to do that. I'm not going to dump my girl because she gets on my nerves, every so often. Sometimes she gets on my nerves a little more than others. Okay, hey, she's a chick. This is what chicks do. This is what comes with the territory. But living for women, chasing tail all the time, doing everything strictly for success with women, that holds every man back. That stunts every man's growth. No, there is nothing wrong with taking a dance class or an improv class on Tuesdays and Thursdays to put yourself in front of women to see what happens. But doing things strictly for the purpose of women never gets you women. Ever. It doesn't. You can get it. Actually, it gets you opportunities with women, but it will not get you loyalty. You can be rich, ripped, all that stuff. Doesn't matter. If you don't have this level of awareness, you're a mark. You're a good-looking rich guy who's going to get taken advantage of. Doing things strictly for the purpose of women never get. Now, maybe temporarily, maybe they get you women temporarily, but it's never going to be anything substantive. Dude, all that tail I chased in Las Vegas, dude, oh my God. It's interesting. I just realized this. This is a very sobering reminder, man. This is a sobering reminder. Dude, this is incredible. I chased a lot of ass in Vegas, man. Dude, that's all. And dude, I slept with a shit ton of girls. And I never, ever had even a half decent relationship. Not one that I can think of. The best relationship I think I ever had in Vegas was with a girl named Jennifer, maybe a 6, 7 on her best day. Not the most attractive girl I've ever been with, but decent enough to get male attention. That might have been the best relationship I ever had. She ended up going back to one of her friends with benefits while she was still with me. Now, of course, I'm with Deb. Now, I wasn't looking for her. We sort of had a chance meeting. We hit it off, and the rest is history. Right? I met Devin at the right time. I met her at the right time. Listen, I was making a lot of changes, kind of reassessing my life. I had beaten jail time for the last time, as my lawyer told me. He said, listen, Donovan, if you get in trouble again, there's nothing I can do to help you. And this guy was a fucking magician. Used to pull a rabbit out of his hat. He did it for me that last time. He says, listen, I like you. He says, you're a good guy. He says, if you get in trouble again, there's nothing I can do, man. There's nothing I can do. But I wasn't looking for her, right? I was sort of realigning my priorities. She happened to fit right into what I was doing. It's great to have women, guys. It really is. It really, really is. And a lot of times, some of the best relationships that you have, and I know this sounds cliche-ish, sometimes they happen when you're not really looking for women. This is why you should never look for women. But when you concentrate on things other than women, women will find you, guys. When you concentrate on things other than women, women will find you. Constantly looking for a woman because you feel like you need a woman to complete you, that is futile, guys. You're going to wake up and you're 64 years old. You're going to think to yourself, man, I spent the last 3+ decades chasing women in peace leave. Yeah, I've accomplished a few things, but I'd probably be a lot better now had I not focused on women in peace leave. Right? You're going to wake up at 64, you'll be retired. And you're like, man, I would be so much better off if I didn't chase women proactively. Okay, there was Becky and Veronica and all this other kind of stuff, but dude, I spent way too much time. Hell, dude, I could have retired at 54 instead of 64. That's how it is. That's how it is. Women and peace leave holds every man back. It is the number one factor that keeps men from reaching their true potential. Women and the pursuit of said women is the number one factor in stunting the growth of men of all ages. All right, so let's check the chat here. See what we got going on up in her. And we've been streaming for, God, an hour and 45 minutes. I'll tell you what, man. I'll tell you what, dude. I didn't think I had it in me. I was, one thing I was worried about. I was like, you know what? What if I don't have the vocal stamina that I used to have? Like, I haven't live streamed in so long. And when I say live stream, this means carry an hour and a half plus solo show on my own. But it seems that I've still got it. Who knew? Who knew? All right. Let's see here. Novi 2000, $10. Good to see you back in here. Says, great show to keep us on the path. You have to do a show on online business sometime. I would not be the right guy for that. I would love to help you out, but I don't know that I would. I'm not the right guy for that. I'm really not. Dude, the only reason why my business is successful is because I'm just good at what I do, man. I mean, dude, I took this thing from a once a week SoundCloud 30. I took this from a once a week 15-minute SoundCloud voice only episode to this. And in less than 2 months, I'm going to have my first of many events. First of many events. The Conference of Masculine Excellence, guys. Tickets go on sale tomorrow. If you want to bring a buddy, it's buy one, get one free. I'm sorry, buy one, get one half off. Half off. Buy one, get one half off for the Conference of Masculine Excellence. I might do a father-son deal. Listen, say what you will about Anthony Johnson. The guy had a lot of good ideas. Had a lot of good ideas. I remember his deal for his convention. He used to have a father-son deal. That was actually pretty good. I might actually do that. Does that make me a copycat? Maybe. But why would I do something that unsuccessful people do? If I see that something worked in the past, why wouldn't I do it? Does that make me less of a man because I copied somebody? No. Imitation, as they say, is the sincerest form of flattery. So thank you, Mr. Johnson. Not really too fond of what he's doing lately, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But no, I'm the wrong guy to ask about online business. I don't know anything about that stuff. Michael Matroke the fourth. Welcome to the Sharpshooter Squad. You are now one of the sharpshooters. He said I had to join. Donovan Sharpe, we are all human. This is just facts. Love you too, brother. Michael Matroke with the fourth, with the $3 My Hero. All right. Thanks. No, for real. Appreciate it. Oh, that's what it was. Stipe. That's who we fought. Dude. Unbelievable. King Life says he might try to sue you for the blue and gold hats. He doesn't have the money to sue me. He does not have the money to sue me. That much I know. That much I know. But that would be funny, though, right? To come out with the blue hats. Whatever, I'm not doing that. I'm going to continue doing my own thing. I have paid enough people to deal with that situation to where now I can put my full, I will give him this. I will give him this. Okay. All right. I'll give him this. He had my attention for about 4 days. He had my undivided attention for 4 days. I put a plan in place. I paid the right people. I handled some things in the background. Now I don't have to think about it anymore. Now I can just move forward and do my conference. So anything he does or says, I've got people handling that literally as we speak. I don't have to do that. The only thing, dude, I get an update from them once every couple of days. Hey, Donovan, this is what was done. Here's what we're going to do, and so on and so forth. Thank you. Have a good day. That's it. I'm not paying attention. I'm not watching any videos. I'm not looking at that stuff anymore. I have paid people now to do that for me. So they are going to handle that. So all right, man. Novi 2000 says call it best practices, not copying. Yes, there it is. There you go. Best practices, right? No, listen, this is just common sense. When you see that somebody else has done something successfully, for the most part, I mean, it stands to reason that you should probably. I actually asked him a long time ago to sort of, hey, look, man, I'm thinking about doing my own thing. Would you mind helping? He said, sure. I'll lend you my camera crew and everything. I was like, no problem. I've got my own. He probably said it at that time because he didn't really believe I was going to do it, but he believes it now. El Baracho, $5 says showing my support. Appreciate that. Haven't seen you in here in a while. All right, guys. Time is a-wasting. I've got to get over to Chris Von Erich's channel. Make sure you guys pick up. If you guys want to go to the CME, like I said, we are going to be, tickets go on sale tomorrow morning at, I think it's like 10 a.m. Eastern. 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. I can tell you this. There were 25 VIP tickets available. We have already sold over half of them. We have sold over half of our VIP tickets. And I think we've sold over half. Hold on a second. Let me get an update here. I want to give you guys false information. Okay, so there were 25 VIP tickets available. We've sold over half of those. There were 50 standard tickets available with room included. We sold over half of those. I'm sorry, a little less than half of those. There were 50 available. We sold 23. And we haven't done any sort of marketing or advertising or anything. So if you guys want in, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. There are plenty of really nice rooms in Vegas for less expensive. But why take the chance? Why not let me cover your room? Man? I got you guys covered. The next 27 attendees, standard attendees, get their rooms covered free. Over half of the VIP tickets have already been sold. So, masculineexcellence.com. I'm about to go on now with Chris Von Erich. Thank you all for joining me. The podcast version. So the full version, obviously, will be posted on Patreon tomorrow. The full version, the audio version, the full version, the video podcast, and the podcast audio version will all be posted on Patreon tomorrow. It will go live at 11 o'clock Eastern. So if you are a patron and you got in late, no problem. 11 o'clock tomorrow, we got you covered. The podcast version is the version just all meat and potatoes, just me talking about stuff. You're not going to get any of the Carson Wentz talk or any of the DMX talk. Nope, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you guys have some time to burn and you like to hear me yammer on and go off on other tangents, you can listen to the full version. I try to stay on point, but this is why I have notes. Thank you guys all for joining me. I will see you guys tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. Thanks for watching.